Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat na nanonood at nakatutok sa ating Ituloy session ngayong Biyernes, Math Talino Friday. Ako po si Tutor Joshua. At nasa 7th week na po tayo ng Mathematics 8 for the quarter 3 or third quarter. Kaya inaanyayahan po natin ang mga mag-aaral, ang mga guro, pati na rin ang mga magulang na matuto kasama natin. At wag po kakalimutan na i-share, i-subscribe at i-like yung ating Itulay Online Tutorial Facebook and official YouTube channel. Kaya kasama ng ICT SETU, pati mga sumulat at bumuo ng mga modules na pagbabasihan natin mga lessons ngayong hapon at pati na rin syempre yung mga ibang subjects from Monday to Saturday ay narito po para itulay ang paggabay ng pag-aaral ng math. Okay po, so good afternoon po kay Leia De Vera, watching and listening from Ramon National High School of 8 Mahogany. Christopher Andrew Respicio ng Ingod Ramon Integrated School, Agadanan West District SDO Isabela, and Samantha Fajardo ng Santa Cruz National High School, Binacod Campus. Grade 8 Rose, good afternoon po sa atin ngayon. Kurt Coloma, Eliza Sawal, ayan, ang mga lagi natin nakakasama ngayong Biyernes. Marniel Ramos, kumusta daw po kay Mrs. Menerisa Marin Samson, ang kanyang teacher for mathematics from Santa Lucia National High School, SDO Bulacan. Ngayon po, no, so tulad po ng aking nabanggit, tayo ay nasa week number 7 ng quarter 3 for Mathematics 8, pero medyo i-advance natin yung ang topic natin for the week para ma-cover natin lahat ng topics or possible discussions para pagdating natin sa week number 8, re-reviewin natin lahat ng napag-aralan natin from the start ng geometry, which is on logical statements. O tsaka yung sa pagpo-prove kung paano ba siya magagamit sa applications in real life word problems. Okay? So at the end of this session, we will be able to apply triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors. And actually, meron din tayong mga postulates and theorems na i-apply ngayon. Okay? Para po magamit sa applications nga na tinatawag natin. And later on, siguro next week, we will solve problems involving triangle congruence and involving perpendicular lines and angle bisectors. Kung di man natin kakayanin ngayon. Okay, so good afternoon po kay Eliza Joy Domingo Bakay na Shakespeare. Math teacher Cheryl Zalun Langido Pangrian ng San Mariano National High School Main Campus. And Erica Flores ng Ramon National High School. Good afternoon po sa atin lahat. And J.M. Espino ng Manuel G. Arroyo High School. Good afternoon. Okay, so start muna tayo doon sa natutunan natin last week. Natutunan na rin ito ninyo nung second quarter pa lamang, which is on proving mathematical and statements in geometry. Okay? So tatandaan natin, there are different ways to prove, but one of the simplest way is using the two-column proof. Ano ba yung two-column proof na yan? Sa two-column proof, okay po, sineseparate natin yung statements and the reason that supports them. Okay po, tatandaan kada bigay ng information, there should be a reason that is true for every statement and that is true for the succeeding ones. Kasi kung walang katotohanan yung reason or walang katotohanan yung statement, the argument or the statement cannot be proven true ng maayos. Okay? And also, kailangan we have a logical order. Inaayos natin yan para mas madali siyang maintindihan, mas madali siyang basahin, and then we could write notes na lang siguro later para makita kung ano yung mga in-apply nating statements and reasons, kung yung pagkakasunod-sunod niya. Okay? So let's look at this example na hindi natin naipakita last time. Okay? So pasadahan lang natin ng kaunti. Usually, in a proving problem, we are given statements. At yung given statements na yon ay yung ating start. So in this case, we have given line segment AB congruent to line segment BC, angle A congruent to angle B, and angle AEB and angle DEC are vertical angles. So then we will have to prove E is the midpoint of BC. Tulad na nasabi ko, the first statements must be the given or pwede rin you could rearrange them kung kailan nyo kailangan. Pero as you write the statements or the given, best way to make it a habit, markahan nyo na kung ano yung pare-parehas. Especially kapag ganito yung illustration natin. Okay po? So meron daw tayong Ferris wheel and yung siguro ano to no, metal strip connecting from two points on the Ferris wheel ay pantay daw. So this is AB, then this is CB. So pantay daw sila, parehas ng sukat. Okay, and then we have angle A and angle B which are congruent. So we have a pair of angles. Then next, meron tayong vertical angles, which is yung nasa gitna. And kailangan natin ma-prove daw is E is the midpoint of BC, of segment BC. So kailangan makuha natin yung final statement with the previous ones lang. Okay, so dito na papasok yung ating logical thinking, logical reasoning, and yung ating knowledge in the mathematical concepts in geometry. Okay, so ano bang alam natin kapag congruent yung dalawang segments? Okay, we could say that the measure are equal. Ganon din kapag angles ang congruent. Pero with that, hindi natin siya masyadong magagamit to prove our final statement. Okay? Pero ito po, yung angle AEB and angle DEC are vertical angles. We know that the vertical angles are congruent by the vertical angle theorem. Kaya masasabi natin itong statement na angle AEB is congruent to angle DEC. Ito yung nandito sa gitna. Okay? So nakita na tayo ng dalawang triangles and those two triangles have already three pairs of corresponding parts na congruent. And we could say that those two triangles are congruent by the AAS theorem. Bakit AAS? Kasi po, binigyan tayo ng isang pair ng sides, isang pair ng angle, at pangalawang pair ng angle. And the arrangement is, again, titignan natin yung arrangement ng ating parts. So, angle, angle, and then side. So, AAS. Okay? After proving the congruence of the triangles, dito na lumalabas yung CP. Kasi no, makikita natin that these two parts na kakailanganin natin for the midpoint ay congruent. Itong ginuguhitan ko ngayon. Okay? And then by the definition of congruence, the measurement is equal. So the length of BE is equal to the length of CE. And dahil equal sila, may nakalimutan pa nga tayo dito. Actually, E is between ano ito? Between B and C. Okay, para masabi natin that E is the midpoint of BC. So there are steps that we could include. There are steps na pwede nating matanggal as long as it is given dito sa illustration and can be proven using mathematical concepts in geometry. Okay? So, medyo mahaba-haba yung ating na-review pero tatandaan natin, ang pinaka-importante rito ay yung pagkakaroon ng knowledge in how to write or form a logical argument or logical statement by the proper reasoning ng ating concepts. Okay? So let's move to the meat of the lesson natin ngayong araw, which is on perpendicular bisectors and angle bisectors. So kung naalala ninyo, nung tayo ay grade 7, napag-aralan natin yung tinatawag na perpendicular bisector. Okay, pinaghalo rito, pinagsama yung term na perpendicular saka bisector. Okay, so let's read. A segment, ray, line, or plane that is perpendicular to a segment at its midpoint is called a perpendicular bisector. Okay? So here daw, CP or line CP is a perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Okay, pag sabi ba natin perpendicular, ano yung na-form natin? Let's look at the figure. Ano yung na-form natin kapag meron tayong perpendicular lines at perpendicular segments? Sige nga, kung alam po ninyo ang sagot, i-type sa ating comment section yung sagot sa aking tanong na what is formed when lines or segments are perpendicular. Okay, may sagot si Veronica and si Mark, si Aldris Hamandri, si JM Espino and Marniel Ramos. So tama, no? You are forming right angles. Okay? You are forming right angles. You are right. Tama kayo. Right angles yung na-form. May nabubuo ba tayong triangle agad? Wala pa. Okay? But we are sure that when lines or segments are perpendicular, makakabuo tayo ng right angle. Actually, angles, pwede pa yan. And ang measure ng right angles natin ay 90 degrees. Okay? So, 90 degrees. Magkamali pa ako sa... Ayan. Okay. Next. Next question. What is formed when we have bisectors? Okay. What is formed? When we have... To be more specific, dahil line segment ito, segment bisectors. Okay? So, kung perpendicular siya, nakaka-form tayo ng right angle. Ngayon naman, kapag nagkaroon tayo ng bisectors ng segment, ano yung na-form natin? Ayan. Good afternoon. Adrien Angeli Aklan Balmes ng Godofredo Reyes Senior National High School. Good afternoon po. Right angle pa rin kaya yung na-form natin? Take note, nasa figure na or illustration yung sagot natin. And nandun sa definition din ng ating, perpendicular bisector. Kailangan nyo lang himay-himayin yung ating definition. Okay, sabi ni Altris, two congruent angles. Okay, tignan po natin yung tanong, no? Ang tanong is, when we have segment bisectors. Ayan, segment bisector. So, two congruent angles pa rin ba usually nakukuha natin? Okay, so ano ba yung na-form? Ano ba yung nangyayari kapag nakakat ng ating bisector yung segment? Ayan, may sinabi na si Veronica and si Sigrid. Ayan, okay. Si Princess Casila. Ang sabi nila, we have congruent segments. Di ba pag sabi natin bisector ng hahati into two parts, kaya nga siya bi and sector, two sectors, and then they are equal or congruent. So yung segments natin, nag-i-equal siya. Okay? Hindi pa na-equal, parehas sila ng sukat. And pag sabi natin perpendicular bisector, nahati na siya sa gitna, nakapag-form pa tayo ng right angles. And we have a theorem that uses this concept to form or that is related to triangle congruence. Okay? So ito yung tinatawag nating perpendicular bisector theorem. Okay? So in a plane, if a point is on the perpendicular bisector of a segment, then it is equidistant from the endpoints of the segment. So ano pong ibig sabihin nun? Okay? So, meron daw tayong line segment. Ano yung line segment natin? The line segment is AB. Okay? If, hindi pala if, let, hindi, tama pala yung if, sorry. Okay? So, if segment AB is perpendicular, okay? Ito yung symbol natin for perpendicular to line CP. Okay? If line segment AB is perpendicular to to line CP and P or point P is the midpoint of AB. Okay? Then we could form a perpendicular segment na CP, no? Kasi nga based doon sa ating definition kanina. Pero kung gagamitin na natin itong theorem, kaya ibig sabihin po nito, kapag meron daw tayong perpendicular, pag meron daw po tayong perpendicular bisector dito sa ating line segment, kahit na anong point on that perpendicular bisector ay equal ang distance. So kunwari, magdadrawing tayo ng point dito sa ilalim naman. Okay? Let's name this point B. Okay? Tandaan na, perpendicular bisector C, CP. Lagyan natin. Line CP is a perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Okay? Yan. Kapag naglagay tayo ng point B on the line na perpendicular bisector at nag-connect tayo, kinonnect natin yung from B, pumunta kay B. Yan. Okay, buuin natin. Okay, yan. Ganda ng pagkakalagay. Tapos, i-connect din natin si A, pupunta siya kay D. Okay, hindi ba siya na ito? Diretso natin. A to D. Ayan. So, masasabi po natin that they are equidistant because of the perpendicular bisector theorem. Parehas yung sukat nitong dalawa. And ganun din itong si AC tsaka si BC. Okay? So, that's the perpendicular bisector theorem. As long as it's a point on the perpendicular bisector. Kahit na yan ay nasa loob. Let's say, kunwari ito, point na i-drawing natin sa gilid, sa loob. Yung form natin na line or na segments would be also congruent. Okay? Paano naging congruent yung mga segments na iyan? So, let's try to prove yung theorem. Okay? So let's CP be the perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Let us prove that AC is equal to BC. So sabi ni Mariel Ramos, equal yung kanilang distance. That's good. That's correct. So pag nagpo-prove tayo ng theorem, nagkakaroon tayo ng initial na statement which is based on the observation of the illustration. So dito, nilet natin that CP is a perpendicular bisector of AB. So ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng ating perpendicular bisector? So dalawang beses natin ginamit yung perpendicular bisector, no? So kasi nga pinagsama siyang konsepto um, ng perpendicular lines and segments and definition ng bisector. Okay? So una, dahil nga siya ay isang bisector, we could say that AP, line segment AP is congruent to line segment BP. Okay, kasi nga siya ay isang bisector. Next, dahil perpendicular yung bisector, may mapo-form tayong right angles. Okay? Ano yung right angles na mapo-form? Angle APC and mapo-form natin yung right angles, no, pero kailangan pala ma-state muna natin na yung line CP is perpendicular to segment AB. Tsaka natin masasabi na yung angle APC is and angle BPC are right angles. Okay? Pero actually na pwede rin naman nating masabi na because perpendicular bisector ito. Okay, next, dahil meron tayong perpendicular lines na nasabi natin na meron tayong right angles, at dahil meron tayong dalawang right angles, okay po, dahil dalawa yung right angles natin, masabi natin that angle APC is congruent to angle BPC. Bakit? Kasi nga, all right angles are congruent. Okay po. Next. Makaka-form tayo ng triangle. Meron na tayong isang side. Meron na tayong isang pares ng angle. Itong dalawa. Saan natin kukunin yung pangatlong corresponding part? Kung napapansin ninyo, naalala ninyo, if we have overlapping or common sides or angles, CP is congruent to itself. So this is by the reflexive property of congruence. Okay, and then dahil meron na tayong isang pares ng side, isang included angle, at isang common side, we could say the triangle APC is congruent to triangle BPC by the SAS congruence postulate. Okay? And then last, masasabi po natin that AC is congruent to BC by the congruent parts of congruent triangles, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay? Pero ang gusto nating i-prove, equal yung dalawa. So number 9, we have AC equal to BC because of the definition of congruence. So medyo may kahabaan yung ating proof, no? Pero they are necessary para maipakita natin na totoo pala yung theorem at any point on that line. Kahit na maglagay tayo ng point nga rito na D, ganun pa rin yung magiging flow ng proof. Ganun pa rin yung magiging flow ng proof. Kasi meron tayong mabubuong right angle, meron tayong reflexive na side, at meron tayong mabubuo pa rin triangle doon sa figure na yan. So that's one way to prove the theorem. So ngayon, apply naman natin. Okay? So in the diagram, line JK is perpendicular bisector of segment NL. Okay? So perpendicular bisector. So kung perpendicular bisector siya, we have formed right angles. Okay, right angles. And two congruent segments. Agad. Okay. Question number 1. What segment lengths are equal? And then let us explain the reasoning. Okay, explain daw natin right after. So check natin, ano-ano ba yung equal? Dahil meron tayong bisector, NJ is equal to LJ. That's the first one. Meron pa po ba na equal doon sa pinapakita, doon sa illustration natin? Let's check the measurements na binigay. Okay. So sabi ni Veronica, MK congruent daw or equal daw sa MK. Notice po no na yes, tama, pero reflexive naman siya eh. So are there any segment lengths na equal? So bigyan natin ng clue. Tama yung may M. Tapos equal din siya sa may M. Kaya lang M papuntang M. Saan? It should be, kita na natin, no, parehong may 8 units yung haba. So that would be MN tsaka ML. Okay? MN and ML. Okay? What else? Okay, itong number 1 because bisector, meron tayo because of perpendicular bisector. Yung pangalawa, definition of congruence. Tapos, meron pang pangatlo. Ano yung pangatlo? NK. Ayan, sabi ni Veronica, ay NK equal to LK. And that is because of the perpendicular bisector theorem. Okay? So, ito yung pangatlong side na equal. Okay. Next, find NK daw. At alam naman natin that NK, this is number 1. Okay, this is number 2. Alam natin that NK is equal to LK. So, equate lang natin si 6x minus 5 equals 4x plus 1. Okay po. Then, let's solve for x. Alam nyo na ito. 6x minus 4x is equal to 1 plus 5. And this will lead us to 2x equals 6. So, what is x? Yan. Ayun, mahabol sila Princess Casilaw. Darwin Evangelista. So, ano po ang value ng x dito sa ating illustration? Sige guys, kaya nyo ito. 2x equals 6. So, x is equal to 3. That is good. Pero ang pinapahanap ay value or length ni NK. Okay, value ni NK. So, substitute. NK equals 6x minus 5. Eh dahil x is 3, 6 times 3 minus 5, what is the answer? 6 times 3 minus 5, what is the answer? Ayan, mahabol sila. X equals 3 daw. Okay, sabi ni Kier Magtaka, it's 3. Check na natin. What is 6 times 3 ba? 6 times 3 is 18. And then magma-minus 5 tayo. So what is the value of NK? Or the length of the segment NK? Ayan, nauna si Aldris Hamandri. Sumunod si Princess Silaw. The answer is 13 units. So sagot natin for number 2, 13. Or 13 units. Okay? Now for number 3, explain daw bakit M is on JK, eh hindi pa naman dumudugtong yung line JK. So, kasi no, may tinatawag tayong converse ng theorem. Okay? And kapag binaliktad natin yung statements doon sa perpendicular bisector theorem, the the process or the argument will still hold true. So when we extend um, the line, and since 8 is equal to 8, congruent yan. At kung congruent yan, at naka-form pa rin tayo ng right angles, we could say that M is on the perpendicular bisector JK. So, ano yung reason natin for number 3? This is called the converse of the perpendicular bisector theorem. Ayan. So, I think you could search that sa inyong mga enrichment classes, no? Yung converse of the perpendicular bisector theorem. Ayan. So, kung meron tayong perpendicular bisector based on the segments, meron din tayong bisectors based on the angle. At ang tawag natin doon ay angle bisector. Okay, so it is a segment or array or line that divides an angle into two congruent adjacent angles. Ayan, this is called the angle bisector. Okay? May nakakatuwang property yung angle bisector maliban dun sa nahati yung angle. First, yung nahati niya is adjacent. When we say adjacent, magkadikit, magkatabi. At hindi na sila magkatabi, no? They share a common side. At yung common side na yon, yung bisector mismo. Okay? So ito yun. In this case, SP, or hindi pala SP, no? PS, because it is array, the endpoint sa P. PS is the angle bisector. That's the first property na kailangan natin ma-observe. Adjacent, magkadikit. The next property na hindi na nailagay dito sa definition is if we take a point, okay, no? If we take a point on the angle bisector, parang kanina, kumuha tayo ng point doon sa perpendicular bisector, pinapunta natin doon sa endpoints ng ating segment na hinati. Equal yung measurement nila. For angle bisectors, ang property nito is, if we find the shortest distance from the point on the angle bisector to the side of the angle, to any side, makaka-form tayo ng right angle. Okay? Again po, no, if we find the shortest distance, yung pinamaikling length from a point on the bisector to the side of the angle, right angle yung mapo-form natin. Perpendicular yun. Okay? Ganon din sa kabila. If we find the shortest distance to the other side, we will form a right angle. And magkaparehas yung sukat sa left side tsaka doon sa right side or sa right distance. Okay? At yun yung ating angle bisector theorem. If a point, dapat ito ay if a point is on the bisector of an angle, ito yun, point B, then it is equidistant from the two sides of the angle. So ito yun. Paano natin masasabing equidistant? Sabi ko nga, no, pag may tila natin yung distansya niya if we look for the shortest one. Kasi kapag sobrang layo pa yung kinuha natin, hindi naman natin masabi na pantay pa rin dito. Okay, so ano yung pinakamagandang basehan ng distance? Yung shortest distance. Okay? Yun. And then, to be more specific or to be more clearer, ito yung kanyang symbolic na statement. If ray AD bisects angle BAC and BB is perpendicular to ray AB and DC is perpendicular to AC or ray AC. Ito nga, nakaform tayo ng right angles. Masasabi natin that the two distances are equal. Ayun, so makikita natin. And again, it's a property, it's a theorem, it works for everything. And yung converse nito, nakakatuwa rin, parehas. Kapag naka-form tayo ng equal na sides or equal na segments, tapos nagkataon na may na-form din tayong right angles, we could say that this is an angle bisector. So let's try to answer this one. Nauna yung number 5. Huwag nyo na lang pansinin. Okay? So let's find the value of x. Okay, so ito yung sasabi ko po. Na if we have formed a right angle doon sa mga segments na congruent, we could say that these angles are congruent. Okay, so masasabi po natin that 3x plus 5 is equal to 4x minus 6. Sige nga, what would be the value of x, dear viewers? Okay, so let's see kung tama yung inyong mga sagot. So 3x plus 5 equals 4x minus 6. Pwede natin gawin. Kunin yung 4x sa kabila and then ilipat yung 5. So we have negative 6 minus 5. Ayan, sabi ni Marniel Ramos, x is 11. Let us see. Negative x equals negative 11. Gusto natin maging positive. So dapat parehas silang positive. So x is equal to 11. And yun din yung sagot ni Alchris and ni Iana. Pati na rin yung Princess Manuel. Okay? Ayun po, no? Kasi x lang naman pinapahanap, yung x lang din ang syempre sasagutin natin. But if you want to exercise your next step, looking for the measurement of the angle, pwede rin naman. Lalo na kung itatanong sa inyo, find y. O, sige, yun na lang yung follow-up question natin, find y. We know that this is an exterior angle, di ba? So, it's equal to the sum of this angle, yung remote, yung malayo sa kanya, tsaka itong angle na ito. So, it is equal to 3x, y is equal to 3x plus 5 plus 90 degrees. Ayan na, y is equal to 3x plus 5 plus 90 degrees. So, that is 3 times 11 plus 95. Sige nga po, what is 3 times 11 plus 95? Ayan, sumasagot pa ata sila. Let us see. Ayan, sagot ni Marniel Ramos, it's 128. So this is 33 plus 95. 5 plus 3 is 8. 9 plus 3 is 12. So this is 128. To be more specific, dahil ito ay angle measure, this is 128 degrees. Okay guys, very good. So in-apply na natin yung actually converse ng angle bisector theorem. Pero kapag side naman yung pinapahanap, be careful kasi not every time it will be equal. Pero dapat kapag angle bisector, yung mapo-form natin ay merong equal distances. Ayun. So with that, na-achieve natin yung ating objectives for today. Kaya nadagdagan na tayo ng konting objective. Babalikan natin itong isosceles tsaka equilateral triangle kapag nireview na natin lahat ng ating mga topics. So we have applied triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors. Ayun po. Kaya dito po nagtatapos ang ating tutorial session tungkol sa perpendicular bisectors and angle bisectors in triangles. Again, babalikan natin yung mga na-miss out natin, especially yung mga word problems in real life situations on triangle congruence and bisectors ng triangles. Ayun. Kaya dapat mag-practice at i-apply natin yung mga matututunan natin para lalong maintindihan at malaman natin kung ready na tayo sa mas challenging na lessons. Kaya samahan niyo po kami ulit next week kung saan i-wrap up natin yung buong quarter 3 by a review na parang quiz, no? Parang exam na talaga matututunan, mababalikan aral natin yung mga nakuha natin this third quarter. Kung may katanungan po o suggestions, puntahan po o scan ang link at QR code na nakikita po sa inyong screen. Dahil yung boses po ng mga estudyante, guro at magulang ay importante po para sa ikauunlad palalo ng programang Itulan. Tuloy-tuloy na suporta po sa mga bata, magulang at guro dito po sa amin Itulay Matalino Friday. Susunod po ang Mathematics 9 with Tutor Janet and Tutor Anjani. Maraming salamat po and a very happy weekend.